Money on my mind, gotta hustle and grind. Financial literacy always on my mind. I'm stacking knowledge, no time to waste. Gotta invest smart, gotta keep up the pace. I'm reading books, learning all the tricks, studying the market, making calculated picks.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Reckless Ray Dinero, and we are back at it again. I am excited about this episode, but the first thing I need you to do, we got to get the homework out of the way, people. We got to hit that like button. I want you to smash it with reckless abandon, crush that thumbs up right down there below. Then what I need you to do is, if you've been here more than twice and you're rocking with us over in the Wolf Pack, I need you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button that's also down there below. So that way you get these videos first, soon as possible, because while I love pontificating, I love talking, but like we're getting into the weeds. We get into the weeds over here. So like I'm bringing back some of these strategies, and I got a new one that I'm getting ready to experiment with. Now, you also need to share the video, but we're going to jump right into it because we got stuff to talk about today. So this is, I have opened up a Robinhood account. Now, you know, anyone who's talked to me knows that I will tell you, go get a real brokerage. But Robinhood's doing something interesting, and it's something that's drawing, and like, even if it's things that I don't necessarily agree with, the platform is set up for degenerate gambling. It does goad you and get you into the glitz and the way that it reinforces the things. Like it wants you trading options. It wants you doing all sorts of stuff. The issue is it's more expensive to do it there, which is why most of their people are either new investors that have made a quick hit and gotten lucky in the market, or they're just new investors. Their account balances are so low in comparison to an actual brokerage. Also, they don't offer wealth services. Like at no point are you going to get so wealthy that they're going to just help you get wealthier. Like they're just not indoctrinated like that. Does that mean that you throw out the baby with the bathwater? No. And I always keep tabs on things, even stuff that I don't necessarily agree with. And Robinhood has pulled out something that is enticing to me. Robinhood has dropped the credit card, their gold card, and it looks phenomenal. Phenomenal enough for me to go, you know what? I think I want that for my daily driver. I think I do. Chase Sapphire's got something coming on his heels. Now, let's talk about it. So, first off, we're going to start off with the why. We're starting off with the why. So I'm going to go ahead and share this screen, and we're going to break down this gold card. I'll be right up here with you. Okay. So Robinhood gold card. First thing that it has, it's a 3% cash back across the board. It means I don't have to worry about checking and making sure I'm in the right group. Now, granted, it's a little bit less, 2% less than the cards that you would go to and have a grouping, because like some of them you can get like 5%, but you got to like elect that group, and it's only for like X amount of months, normally like a quarter, a couple of months, a month, something like that. There's extra work involved. You got to know what you're doing. They're hard to maximize. People forget. Next thing you know, you're taking that card for your daily driver and you're getting 1% on everything else, which is 2% less than the 3% that you get across the board. So first and foremost, for me, for a daily driver, for the way that I use credit cards, because I'm not claiming to be some points hacker, man. I don't do that. What I am good at is just having one card and swiping it. So the other thing that I like about this Robinhood gold card is it is stainless steel. It's 17 grams. It's a good weighted card. Now that feeds my ego, and I'm not going to act like it doesn't. I like heavy cards. My Cash App card, I love that card. I don't whip it out that much because it's a Cash App card and it's got to have cash in it, and I don't keep cash sitting stagnant. So like, but it's a nice card. I love having it in my wallet. I always have it in my wallet just in case. Even though I'll swipe my phone or tap my phone, I'll tap my watch, normally the watch, because I have it loaded up. It's the first card loaded in there. So I don't have to, I like carrying it. It's a nice card. Feels good. Feels important. It's substantial. Makes me feel good about myself. So that's the next thing. Second or thirdly, it's a Visa. So let's see what they're saying about this. Shout outs to Robinhood. This is not sponsored or paid for, but I will have my referral link down in the description added to the tools that I use now that I'm on Robinhood. It's the only card you'll ever need, and it's exclusively for Robinhood Gold members. Now, it's no annual fee, but you do have to be a Gold member, which is $5 a month or $50 annually. I recommend paying in bulk because we like to save as much money as possible over here. So paying the $50 for the annual membership is, so like you could say that this has a $50 annual fee, technically speaking, because it's for Gold members, which means you're paying that fee. There is an annual fee. By proxy, they're forcing you to pay a fee for something else, but we'll get into that. So you got no foreign transaction, 3% cash back. You can earn even more on travel. Get $5% cash back when you book travel through the Robinhood travel portal. Now, I have no problem doing that. I'm planning on doing that with my Chase rewards that I've been accumulating, and I'll probably go through the Chase portal. I mean, it's probably like an Expedia or something like that where you getting a little bit of kickback, maybe a little bit of a discount on the flight. But if I'm not using it there, I'm totally fine using getting the 3% and booking my travel through something such as going.com, which is amazing if you want cheap travel. I should have a sponsorship by now because I'm giving you guys the game. If you're not on going.com, you need to check it out. Dirt cheap flights. Just saying. Look into it. Do your own research. Benefits and perks of the card. You get trip interruption protection, purchase security, auto rental collision damage waiver, extended warranty protection, return protection, zero liability protection, Visa signature concierge service, travel and emergency assistance, and roadside dispatch. Here and see it. So that's awesome, but it keeps getting better. Now now we got through the way that I use a credit card. This already had me at just that. Now it gets better. So you can take control with virtual cards. You can pay with disposable card numbers. So if you want to try something out and you know how hard it is to get out of those memberships, you can get a card that lasts for 1, 2, 3, 6 months. Something like that. You get to set how long these cards last, and then they just go away, which means they can't bill you anymore. Now you're not fighting to get out of a subscription you don't want that you keep getting charged for. You already got what you wanted out of it. You're not going to use it. Awesome. These cards can go away. That's awesome. Designed for the whole family. Add card holders of any age so that everyone can build credit. That's also a nice luxury. Not necessarily something that I have to worry about, but this also allows you to keep track of family spending and set spending limits and lock lost cards instantly. So if you're managing your family's cards, now somebody, Dad, Mom, I lost my car. I don't know where you can turn it off. Just turn it off and get them another one. Just turn it off. I mean, this is almost for me personally, and I don't even have the family. It's too good to pass up. It's just so amazing. Okay, so that's that. Now let's talk about what you get with Robinhood Gold, because this is also going to play into the Robinhood strategy. Robinhood Gold, what is it? Robinhood Gold offers a suite of powerful tools and data and features designed to take your investing to the next level. With Gold, you can get the following premium features for non-retirement, individual, and joint investing accounts. 4% APY on your uninvested brokerage cash. So the cash that you got sitting in there waiting to deploy, you can get a little bit of percentage on that. That's pretty nice. Bigger instant deposits. The instant deposit feature so far has been cool. I like it. Not going to lie. Pretty good. Professional research from Morningstar. Level 2 market data from the NASDAQ. First 1,000 in margin borrowed is interest free. Now, that is another draw for me because I've seen some other high yield dividend people, and they were talking about tapping the margin on the Robinhood Gold card. And I was like, oh, seems pretty interesting. I kind of like that. Kind of like it. And for me, I'm like, well, I've been tapping my margin on the other, but like it's for me, the way that I've been doing stuff, that's free money. And Reckless Ray DeNiro loves free money. It just makes sense. So as I'm looking at this, I'm like, between the gold card had me roped in, and then I was like, oh yeah, Robinhood Gold, they're doing the free no margin, margins interest free on your first 1,000 borrowed. I'm like, yo, I could ride that $1,000 rail for a real long time to help build my portfolio out. So what is my Robinhood strategy and why are we doing this? So first and foremost, that card's got those tasty rewards. But I don't like just racking up debt, but I do want a solid daily driver. So I start thinking to myself, I'm like, hey, you get $1,000 interest free. You get that card that's a perfect daily driver. And you get $1,000 interest free to use how you see fit. So what are we doing as far as the strategy goes with Robinhood? So we're going to set up our high dividend portfolio on Robinhood. We're going to set one up specifically to run through that daily driver. So that's going to be an everyday expense card. Now, one of the caveats to this, and we're going to track the progression of this as far as like saving up money, is I'm not putting a lion's share of money into this account. My focus is still my income portfolio over in Charles Schwab. Like that's home. That's where the money's at. It's where the money's going to stay. I don't want to transfer it over to the Robinhood account. But as far as like a daily driver card where I can, rack up bills and like kind of have them go through that card, get those 3% and like have them paid off. And I know we're building that over in the Charles Schwab account as well. But what we're going to do is we're going to fast track ourselves to $5,000. And the reason being is because, and the focus of this high income portfolio, we're going to be replicating some of the positions, but this portfolio is going to be focused in specifically on weekly payers. So everything is a weekly payer, which means we get paid every week. And it's not that we're setting up a monthly payer every week. These are every weekly payers only. So right now we're looking at specifically LFGY. Obviously, I'm a yield max junkie. I love yield max. We've already started the position on YBTC. I also love Roundhill. I like that. They switched it to a weekly payer. We on that. We have the weekly from Roundhill because they just released a slew of weekly. So we're going to do the Palantir weekly. There's a lot of volatility on Palantir. So that'll be a good one. And then I believe they have an NVIDIA weekly payer as well. And we're looking at doing that position as well. And then either a QDTE or an RDTE as like a balancer for the portfolio. And those are going to be the positions. And we're going to use the wheel technique to fund this. So we'll be getting weeklies, and the thing that we're doing is we're rushing into getting each of those positions to $500. And once we have $500 in each position, I'm going to pick one, and that's going to be the landing pad. And then everything will wheel off of that. It's going to be YBTC or LFG, especially during the bull run once we get that rolling again. But while prices are low, we're going to be taking advantage of that. So it'll be one of those two positions, and then we'll wheel into everything else. Something to keep in under consideration for that is, well, if we're rushing, but we're not dedicating a lion's share of money over there, how is that getting paid? So what I'm currently doing is every paycheck, I'm taking $20. So you're going to get to see it build semi-slow. And then we're going to build it out. I also I owed taxes this year, but I did get a check back from the state of Kansas, and I direct deposited it into the Robinhood account. It's going to be like $400. That's going to round out a position, most likely. But every paycheck, we're throwing $20 over there to kind of just have it over there. And what we'll do is we will launch the Robinhood Gold once we get to where we're making $5 a week. Once we do that, I will set aside the $50 to pay the Robinhood Gold. We'll go ahead and pay it. And then as soon as we pay that Robinhood Gold, we're tapping that free margin. We're going to hit that $1,000, and that's going to give us a few positions as well. And then as it's building, we'll have the dividends paying back the margin, right? And we're going to keep that running, and we're going to keep banging out that margin. So like then we'll have the dividends plus the $20. We'll do that. Also at the end of the month, when we get our Misty payout, we're kicking over $100 from that. So like this isn't like it's going to be I'm just going to dump $5,000 into this account and just have it built. I want you guys to see how an account is built out. And so we're going to start throwing this on the weekly. Like this is one that I want to go into weekly because we're working one of the strategies. So we're going to start having a Robinhood strategy episode where we talk about it. We're going to check in on it weekly. Go ahead, log in, show you guys what it do and how we're building up these positions. Now, I will be manually reallocating those since I'm going to do the wheel strategy. I will be manually reallocating those dividends, and at least up until when we get $1,000. So like once we get to 1,000, we'll probably have to come up with a strategy probably after we get down to about like pay it down to like 50%, and then we'll take 400 out of it. Like I'm gonna probably leave a little bit, like probably I'll use 900 of it and leave 100 extra just in case. So like it's not kicking over into where we owe money. But I'm gonna be riding that rail on that $1,000 for a while until we get up to what we need to, and then we'll use it kind of sparingly. Like we'll use it to front ourselves money, kind of like what we're doing in the Charles Schwab portfolio, where we on EX date, when we know how much we're getting, we go, cool, I'm just going to take that early. But while we're building it out, until we get to that $5,000, we're going to be using that $1,000. So we'll see where we're at, because when what I get out of my tax return hits, that's going to solidify a position and start the next one. And we've already started the YBTC position. So I'm just throwing it in there. One of the things that I think is going to be interesting on this is as we're building this portfolio out, to take a look and see if the Robinhood spread threat is legitimate, because I've heard, and it seems like they jack you on the spread. But we'll see how that portfolio performs against the Charles Schwab portfolio, because I know what I'm paying in Charles Schwab, and Charles Schwab actually keeps themselves from hitting that spread on you. They'll tell you like, hey, you're overpaying right now. You want to lower this down. The way that you do the orders are different. So we'll see how that works out. I think it's going to be interesting. And I'm going to go ahead and get this portfolio set up so that way we can start tracking that. I'll probably do this on this email account in Snowball Analytics to because I like the layout there. I might do it in Dividend Tracker. We'll see. But I just wanted to go ahead and get everybody on board and checking this out, so that way you could see it, know what we got going on, and we're gonna be tapping in. I'm gonna add this to my weeklies. It might be that I'm just filtering it in with future financial strategies. It might have its own day. I don't know, because I kind of want to do one on bag fortification. I mean, honestly, bag fortification Friday would be nice. We might drop these on Friday. We'll see. We will see. But yeah, so these episodes will probably be really short while we're building it out. But I wanted to tap in with you guys. We're gonna have, obviously, this one's going to be a future financial strategy episode, because this is the strategy. This is the play. I've broken it down for you. We're obviously going to be filtering money in there. We're going to be using those dividends to pay that credit card once we get the credit card. Now, we have a few things that are going to be coming in front of that credit card. We got some debt that we want to clear out, get our credit score back up before we deploy another credit card play. But that's what we're doing. We're in a mad dash to get that account to $5,000. We're also in a mad dash to get ourselves to the point to where we're making $5 a week, so that way we can get that Robinhood Gold membership. And after we get the Robinhood Gold membership, we're going to start using that margin to further build the account. We're going to play the game and see if it works over on Robinhood. We're going to give a honest take on what the platform. I mean, so far it's easy to use, a little bit hokey, very much gambling incentivization going on over there, but for the utilization of what we're using it for, I'm kind of wondering if it's one of those platforms where it's like, hey, for the high dividend play, maybe that's better because you get that free $1,000 with zero interest. I mean, nothing's free, but that sounds like a solid play for $50. You pay $50 and get $1,000 with no interest tied to it to do with as you see fit. Kind of interested. And that card, hands down, like, I love everything about it. Everything about that card, it speaks to me. Like, I don't know. Maybe I think everybody has their perfect credit card. That could very well be mine. So we're gonna lay it out there. We're gonna see what's going on. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are excited about tapping in for these episodes of Bag Fortification Friday, where we go over the Robinhood play, so that way we can follow that strategy and keep it added in. I think on Bag Fortification Fridays, we might do the Robinhood and updates on all the other strategies, like the ones that we have actively going. Might do that. We'll see. Definitely going to be dedicated and built around the Robinhood play, though, because like I think this could be something great. With that said, it's your boy Reckless Ray Dinero. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you have liked the video. Hope that if you've been here more than twice, you've subscribed to the video. And most importantly, I hope that you guys are sharing the video with people that you care about, because over here in the Wolfpack, we are not trying to get rich by ourselves, because there's no fun in that. Till next week, people, it's your boy Reckless Ray Dinero. Peace.
Money on my mind, yeah. Focus, got no time for games, nah. I don't play, man, I'm all about that financial literacy. Investing in my future, building generational wealth. Dollar bills, they be calling my name, but I ain't chasing fame, I'm chasing change. Learn the game, now I'm playing it smart. Putting my money to work, it's an art. I'm stacking paper, building my own empire. No more living check to check, I'm getting higher. Investing in stocks, real estate, and more. Gotta secure the bag, that's what I came for.